talking about base design, base design, base design, base design. It's a bit of a nightmare, I'll be honest with you at the minute. And like I said, I set out to create a new base on my test account. I thought I'll create a new base. I thought, no, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll do it live on stream. And it literally took about an hour to create this sort of base. It's similar to an old base that we saw when HQ17 came out, but made a few changes around the MDS, and yeah, I made a few changes to it anyway. The problem is the time it takes. It's too time intensive. But putting that to one side, we could speed how we can put walls down. Playing Clash of Clans, you can put wall and then wall and sort of drag it round and put walls down a lot faster. It's a lot better, interface in terms of the walls. Because obviously there's a lot of walls on the game, like there is on Clash of Clans. Putting defenses down is like any other building game, so it is going to take time. There was something else sort of got to me, and it was that we should be able to set these bases up to defend against everything or something. So I thought to myself, right, I'm going to set a base up that defends against sack. I'm going to create an anti-sack base. We've got the MSM mines. That's quite easy. Yeah, put the MSM mines down here, and we'll stop sack. Oh wait, yeah, the MSM mines aren't working right now. If you hit an MSM mine with Vector, he won't get hit by another one, so you can send him off, he can die, you can Vector back, and you can use him wherever you want, and he won't get hit again. Alright, okay. So can you create an anti-sack base? No, not really. Alright, well, sack's going to win regardless. So, let's forget sack. Okay. Let's defend against a walk. Yeah, a lot of people walk in the game. Let's defend against walks. That's a good idea. Oh yeah, there's no counter to walks. What do you mean no counter to walks? Yeah, there's no counter to walks because there are healing in there. Two healers. You can pretty much walk through a base, and you can space defenses out like this to stop AOE and stop sea spray. We've got the anti sea spray cores, but which will help. Yeah, but the anti sea spray cores don't really stop sea spray. They nullify them a bit, but they don't really, they don't really stop them that much. And the amount of healing in the game, you're not stopping a walk. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, I know what I'll do. I've got this. Okay, I know what I'll do. I'm gonna create a base. I'm gonna make them split. That no one if you're gonna walk, I'm gonna make it so you split. Yeah, but now they're buffing nose cone soon. And so when you create these single walls like this, which are solely created for pathing, and when if they improve nose cone to take out one single section, which is what I said before, I said that nose cone is actually a lot more powerful than you think. This is going to take that away. If you use nose cone on here, this all of a sudden becomes open, and then it becomes a lot simpler to path. Okay, well, if nose cone gets that buff, it's not really going to be that relevant. Okay, well, single walls still make people path differently. So, the ones with short range will walk around the walls. Yeah, but the jets that have that range, we've got Top Shot now and we've got Flak. So they can shoot over the walls now. So you don't have to worry about walking around walls as much. Oh, right. Okay. Well, we could create time traps, can't we? Time trap. Yeah, let's go back to the old time traps. Let's build a time trap. That'll make people time out. Oh, no, yeah, no one times out really anymore. The time has been increased, and the amount of damage that Top Shot does and things like that. And let's be honest, if you are creating a time trap, Sludge is going to absolutely demolish it now with ability 11 as well. And the G Metal cores that weren't available at HQ16. In fact, the Sludge got ability 11 and that core added onto the fact altogether. Time traps are not really that relevant anymore. Okay. Well, maybe I'll go back to the old videos. That's it. Yeah. So the old videos where you could build a small bottom section, and then it creates a bit of a split. Then you can just put Otis Prime in your team and present that split. But let's be honest, that you could easily path that with one bot and a healer. So it's no longer as relevant because those bots that couldn't shoot over walls anymore now can. With the likes of Flak and Top Shot, and they can get through walls a lot quicker. You don't need a bot to get through walls anymore when you've got Top Shot and on Flak, especially coupled with Trench Foot maybe. Okay. Well, all right. I've got it. I know what to do. I'm gonna equip Death Pulse everywhere. that'll make them time out. Yeah, not a bad idea. Modern day a modern day time trap. Okay, okay. How many death pools do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24 death pulses. Ooh, 24. It's a lot. How many death pulses have we got? 3. Right, okay. I know, I know. I can use my Shaniks. I can use my Shanik. I can get some more from the Shanik store. That's a great idea. Yeah, let's use our Shaniks. How much are they? 500 each. And what's the drop rate? 5%. So to get a G metal core, you've got a 1 in 20 chance. So to get one G metal, you've got to open 20 of them. How much is that? That's what? 20 of these? Oof. That's a lot of Shaniks. That's a lot of Shaniks. But we'll get a G metal, guaranteed pretty much out of the thing, yeah. But then I've also got a 1 in 20, 30 chance of actually pulling the core that I want. So I've actually got a 0.25% of getting a Death Pulse core. So I can put Death Pulse cores everywhere. But first, I've got to pull them. I've got to find them. Okay, well, let's just go to a front-loaded base. And that, guys, that is what happens in base design daily. That is the problem with base design. Is that you can't really defend against anything. You can't defend against sacks. You can't. You can't defend against walks. You can't. And so, anything that's really a relevant attack in the game right now, you're struggling to defend. Yeah, you can defend against individual bots. Yes, you can. No problem with that. But attack, you can't defend against walks. You can't defend against sack. I'd even go as far as saying a Russian smash you're even going to struggle to defend against. You're not going to build a time trap in any way. It's so hard to get cores. There's so many different attack strategies out there and so many different bots that can take advantage. I mean, this area here, you could use blades on this area. You could use swoop on this area here maybe to take it out. Even with it being spaced out. For everything in the game, there's a counter. For every defense you make, there is a counter in the game. But for every attack, there isn't a counter for every single attack. And that's the problem, is that attack is prevalent. Attack is massively overpowered. Defense is massively underpowered. And the apes are talking about, well, in Prime League, let's bump up the HP, let's bump up the DPS, let's do this. And that isn't the problem. The problem is not DPS and HP. That's not a problem. Yeah, it'll make us slow down, but it gets a bit boring that you're just hammering on one defense. We need to start looking at, you know, base design and making it so that we can actually defend against these things. And in today's stream, Yanis mentioned about the walls, and he said, yeah, but the problem was at HQ16 that bots were just pounding on walls and things like that, and so we didn't want to raise the walls of walls in HP. We didn't want to raise the HP of walls for HQ17 too much because people were a bit annoyed. But then they brought out combats. That's the big difference. Combats changed this game forever. They really did. They changed the whole landscape. And so now, because of combats and because they didn't raise the wall HP so much, now walls are irrelevant. And I've said this so much. And they said that they might look at it for HQ18. For me, that's unacceptable. It needs to be. It needs to be amped up. And they said that maybe they'll add something around fire or ice. For me, they don't need wall cores. It gets a bit silly. Again, like the MDS, they just need some sort of setting on your base where you can go, okay, my bots are going to have 30% ability resistance. Okay, done. Okay, fine. Ability resistance, I'm going to build a time trap because now sludge is not as relevant. Sound. Boom. Done. Okay, maybe fire resistance. Okay, well, Top Shot is now not melting the walls anymore. Fire resistance sounds great. You know, we can do these sort of things. There are answers. We don't just have to smash the wall HP up through the roof. Because then, yeah, the problem there, like I mentioned in the stream, is that if you just smash the HP up to the roof, bots will then realise, well, it's actually faster for me to walk around the walls and attack that defence than it is to go through it. And at the minute, it's borderline okay. Bots will walk around some walls, and we call that pathing. But it's an AI discrepancy. But, you know, if you raise the HP too much, That's where the problem lies. But then maybe that's where the skill comes in. But you know, again, if you can build something where you can say, you know, all my walls, not just one wall piece. We can't have wall cores. It's hard not to get cores as it is. It's crazy. So instead of that, let's have a setting like the MDS in Prime League, where you make a setting. Hey, put it in the tech tree. Hey, I'm not really bothered about how it works, but have a setting where you go, my walls, all my walls are gonna do X. They're gonna do this, and Alf Tryon's put electrified fences, something, but not just a core for one piece. All my walls are gonna be this. Hey, you could raise HP if you want, extra HP to walls. Have a setting, have an extra HP setting, have an anti-fire setting, have an anti-ability setting, but have one. You choose one. You choose one, and then you can defend against that. But you can't defend against everything, and that for me is everything in this game. I've said this from day one. You should be able to defend against everything in this game, but it leaves one thing open. Yes, I'm getting this, but I am losing this. And that's where everything should be. Every bot should have a negative. This bot is really good at this, but this is the problem. Smoke screen, ridiculously good, amazing. Health, bit of a problem. Skylinks, crazy damage, really good bot. Walks off, really poor pathing. That's what we kind of want. We kind of want some negatives in bots. Really good, but a bit of a negative. And go, ooh, well, maybe I don't want that guy. You know. And Chris Tridden's put, there's a wall health titan perk. Yeah, but the wall health titan perk, you've got to think. So, for example, wall health titan perk. So, wall health is increased by 10% at maxed. 10%. So, increase wall percent by 10%. Keep that in mind, guys. 10%. So, wall health that's including the perk. So, I'll say 28k, but you get the idea. 10%. Now, Top Shot gives 118% increase in DPS. And that is the problem. Is that we give these bots massively overpowered stats in terms of combats, and then defense is left, is left wanting. And so we're making walls less and less and less relevant, to the point where this base would probably be just as effective, really. It stops Prime Rush, but other than that, it'd probably just be as effective if I took the walls away, really. It wouldn't make much difference. If I took all these walls away, put them in the corner somewhere, it'd still be quite relevant to what it is now. Wouldn't be that much. But on a time trap, if you took the walls away, yeah, that ain't working. Because it's an important part of the time trap. Because it worked. Because the walls were relevant. And that's a big part for me, that we need to make walls relevant again. And that will increase base design. It's not just the time it takes. Yeah, that is a bit of a nightmare, but that's the same with every single, every single game out there. These things take time. And the people that are good at base design, will prevail and get better, and that should be the way. But at the minute, is there any point in changing your base that much, really, about the new effects? For the amount of time it takes for the benefit you get, that's the main problem. That's the point I'm trying to make. For the benefit you get from the time you put into it, it's not that beneficial, really. There's people using defenses from, layouts from, a year or two ago, because they're not needed to change, really. Because, hey, why change it? Because it's not going to fix anything. And that's the big point for me. The A's need to address this sooner rather than HQ 18, not just up in the HP. And I've cried out for Prime League effects to add wall HP, and to give you an idea, they added 50% more HP to walls as a Prime League effect, and everyone said, I didn't even notice. 50% increase, and it weren't even noticeable. That's how much combats have really, not I would say ruined the game, but ruined base design, without a doubt. And they really need to sort of look at that, really, and bring it down a bit. If you like this content, don't forget to hit the like button below, guys, before you leave. And if you want to see more content, you can hit the subscribe button below to never miss another stream or never miss another video. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.